Top 6 Powerful Nutrients to Stop Leg Weakness in Seniors. As we age, much of our focus tends to be on preserving our heart, brain, and bones. But what about our legs? These silent supporters carry us through decades of movement, yet they often go unnoticed until pain or weakness forces us to pay attention. For older adults, healthy legs aren't just about comfort, they're about independence, balance, and overall quality of life. Leg-related problems in the elderly are surprisingly common and have a deep impact. Age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, weakens the legs and feet, making each step a little more difficult. Stiff joints, thinning cartilage, and chronic inflammation reduce mobility and increase the risk of falls. Impaired circulation and nerve function can lead to numbness, slow healing wounds, and even severe complications in people with diabetes. The good news: nutrition has the power to protect and restore leg health. While we often focus on vitamins and minerals like calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium, there's an equally powerful group of non-vitamin, non-mineral compounds that directly support leg strength, structure, and function. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more science-backed tips on healthy aging. Your legs will thank you. First, let's talk about protein. As we grow older, one of the first signs of aging can often be felt in the legs. Climbing stairs becomes more challenging, walking long distances is tiring, and even standing from a chair might require more effort than before. These subtle changes are usually the first signals of sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that affects up to a third of adults over 60. But is this physical decline inevitable? Can we take control of it? More specifically, can a single nutrient help preserve the strength and vitality of our legs as we age? The answer is yes. And that nutrient is protein. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders or athletes. For older adults, it's a fundamental component of healthy aging, especially when it comes to leg function. Our muscles are made of protein, and as we age, we become less efficient at using it to repair and rebuild. This phenomenon is known as anabolic resistance, which means the body requires more high-quality protein to trigger the same muscle-building response it once achieved effortlessly. That's where protein comes in. It provides the raw materials needed to maintain lean muscle tissue, which is crucial for leg strength, balance, and mobility. But even more remarkable is how one particular amino acid, leucine, acts as a biological switch. Found abundantly in foods like dairy, eggs, and lean meats, leucine activates a key growth pathway in the body called mTOR, signaling to the body that it's time to build muscle. Without this signal, even a protein-rich meal may not fully support the muscle maintenance that aging legs need. So what happens if we don't get enough protein? The decline may be slow, but the effects are profound. Weakened legs, increased risk of falls, reduced mobility, slower recovery from injuries, and a higher likelihood of losing independence. Even if you're eating enough calories, a lack of protein can lead to muscle breakdown, silently replaced not by strength, but by fatigue. Fortunately, this is something we can actively address. Current research suggests that older adults should aim for more protein than previously recommended, around 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, and distribute it evenly throughout the day to overcome anabolic resistance. Instead of saving protein for dinner, imagine giving your legs the nutrients they need at every meal, especially at breakfast and lunch when many seniors tend to skimp. The sources of protein also matter. High leucine proteins like whey, eggs, fish, chicken, and Greek yogurt are especially effective. Plant-based options like tofu, lentils, and quinoa can also contribute when combined properly. For those with reduced appetite or chewing difficulties, protein shakes and powders offer a convenient, concentrated alternative. Next, let's talk about omega-3. When most people hear the word fat, they often think of something to avoid. But what if one particular type of fat could do the opposite? What if it could soothe aching joints, improve blood flow to your legs, and even protect the delicate nerves that make every step possible? That's exactly what omega-3 fatty acids are known for, and their power is especially vital for older adults. Leg pain, stiffness, and swelling are common complaints, often tied to low-grade chronic inflammation. Whether it's arthritis in the knees, aching calves, or sore ankles, inflammation is often the invisible culprit behind declining leg comfort and mobility. This is where omega-3s step in, not as a quick fix, but as a long-term natural anti-inflammatory ally. Unlike over-the-counter medications that temporarily block pain, omega-3 fatty acids work from within. They gently down-regulate the body's inflammatory response at the cellular level. EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, the two most active forms of omega-3s found in fish oil, influence the production of signaling molecules called eicosanoids and resolvins. These compounds help resolve inflammation rather than fueling it. The result: joints that move more freely with less swelling and stiffness, and legs that feel less weighed down by chronic discomfort. But the magic of omega-3s doesn't stop at inflammation. As we age, circulation to the lower limbs naturally declines. The tiny capillaries that deliver oxygen and nutrients to our legs and feet become less efficient, contributing to cold feet, cramping, slow wound healing, and even more serious issues in people with diabetes or peripheral artery disease. Omega-3s help by improving endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. They encourage vasodilation, which keeps blood flowing smoothly and helps prevent clots. Circulation and omega-3's role. Improved circulation means more oxygen and nourishment reaches your leg muscles, nerves, and skin, promoting overall leg health. Circulation doesn't just feel good, it sets the foundation for stronger legs, faster recovery, and a lower risk of complications. There's also compelling evidence suggesting that omega-3s may play a protective role in nerve health, particularly for those experiencing tingling, burning, or numbness in the legs, common symptoms of peripheral neuropathy. By reducing oxidative stress and promoting nerve cell regeneration, omega-3s may help preserve sensation and alleviate discomfort in the lower limbs. This is especially crucial for older adults with diabetes or vascular issues, where a loss of sensation can lead to unnoticed injuries or infections. The best sources of omega-3s are cold water fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies, which are rich in EPA and DHA. For those who don't consume fish regularly, purified fish oil supplements or algal oil, a vegan option, can provide effective alternatives. While the ideal dose varies based on individual needs, many studies support a daily intake of 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA for anti-inflammatory and cardiovascular benefits. Collagen for joint and leg health. Beneath every strong step, flexible knee, and steady ankle lies a hidden framework: collagen. It weaves through tendons, cushions joints, and gives ligaments their spring, essentially holding your legs together. However, as the years pass, this structural matrix quietly weakens. Joints begin to ache, knees don't bend as easily, and legs lose that sense of stability and bounce. So the question is, can collagen restore what time has taken away from our aging legs? The answer is promising, thanks to collagen peptides. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, forming the scaffolding for connective tissue. But after age 30, your body begins producing less collagen every year. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, this decline can be felt in every creaky knee and overstretched tendon. Unlike muscle mass, which can sometimes be visibly regained with training and protein, collagen loss is slower to reveal itself, but no less. This is where collagen peptides step in. Unlike ordinary dietary collagen, hydrolyzed collagen peptides are broken down into short amino acid chains that are easily absorbed into the bloodstream. Once there, they don't just disappear, they travel to the joints and connective tissues, stimulating your body's own collagen production. In clinical studies, people who took daily collagen peptides experienced reduced joint pain, improved flexibility, and even increased bone mineral density over time. This means more stable knees, more resilient ankles, and a lower risk of soft tissue injuries that could take months to heal in older adults. But collagen's role isn't just about strength, it's about movement. When collagen-rich tissues are well maintained, your legs move more smoothly. The knee glides without grinding, the Achilles tendon flexes without inflammation, and the plantar fascia, the thick band connecting your heel to your toes, supports every stride without strain. These small but critical details of leg function rely on healthy collagen architecture. However, collagen doesn't work in isolation. To be truly effective, it requires key cofactors, especially vitamin C, which acts as a switch for collagen synthesis. Without it, your body can't make or rebuild collagen effectively, no matter how much you ingest. That's why many high-quality collagen supplements include added vitamin C or recommend taking it alongside citrus fruits or bell peppers. Timing and consistency also matter. Daily supplementation for 8 to 12 weeks is when most clinical benefits are seen. As for sources, collagen peptides are commonly derived from bovine, cow, marine fish, or porcine pig collagen. While all types contain the essential amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline that your body needs to rebuild connective tissue, marine collagen is often praised for its superior absorption, though bovine remains the most well-studied for joint and bone creatine. Restoring deep cellular energy. Is there a way to restore the deep cellular energy that fuels strong, capable legs, especially in aging bodies? Enter creatine, a nutrient often misunderstood as a bodybuilder supplement, but increasingly recognized as a powerhouse for healthy aging. Creatine is a natural compound stored in your muscles, where it functions as a fast-acting energy reserve every time you stand, climb, or lift, especially when the movement is quick or forceful. Your muscles tap into creatine to regenerate ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the molecule that powers muscle contraction. Think of it as a backup generator for your legs. But as we age, our natural creatine stores decline, and so does our ability to generate quick, efficient energy during movement. This results in legs that fatigue more easily, reduced walking speed, and a subtle but dangerous erosion of balance and confidence. Here's the remarkable part. Creatine is one of the most studied and effective supplements for reversing age-related muscle decline. When combined with even modest resistance training, creatine has been shown to increase lower body strength, muscle mass, and functional performance in older adults. In meta-analyses, seniors who took creatine while engaging in regular exercise significantly improved their walking speed, chair rise time, and leg power compared to those who did. Even in those who are sedentary or frail, creatine helps preserve muscle, giving the legs a baseline of strength even without intense workouts. But creatine's benefits go beyond muscle. Emerging research suggests it may also support bone density, likely due to the increased force muscles exert on bones when strengthened. This is particularly relevant to the legs, which bear the body's weight and are highly vulnerable to fractures from fall. Stronger muscles mean stronger bones, and creatine helps power both. Unlike other nutrients that take months to show subtle changes, creatine's effects are often noticeable within weeks. Users report improved energy during walks, better stability when rising from a chair, and a general sense of restored capability in the legs. How to take creatine? The most common form is creatine monohydrate, a well-researched and affordable option. A daily dose of 3 to 5 grams is typically effective and safe for older adults. There's no need for loading phases or cycling, just consistency. Creatine can be mixed into water or added to a smoothie, ideally taken with a meal for better absorption. And as for side effects, creatine has been extensively studied, and when taken at appropriate doses, is considered very safe, even for older populations. Minor water retention may occur at first, but it typically resolves quickly. Importantly, concerns about kidney health in healthy individuals have been largely disproven in clinical trials. Glucosamine, the joint repair nutrient. Glucosamine may not be flashy or trendy, but for decades it has quietly stood as one of the most researched nutrients for joint health, particularly in the context of osteoarthritis, the progressive breakdown of cartilage that affects millions of aging adults. What makes glucosamine special is that it's not just a pain reliever. It's a building block, a structural component of the molecules that form cartilage, joint fluid, and connective tissue. Think of it as raw material for joint repair. As we age, the body's ability to maintain and regenerate cartilage decreases. This leads to thinning joint surfaces, inflammation, stiffness, and pain, especially in the weight-bearing joints like the knees. Glucosamine is key in supporting the body's natural cartilage production and helps maintain the thick, viscous fluid that lubricates and nourishes joints from within. Numerous long-term studies, including those reviewed in Cochrane meta-analyses, have shown that glucosamine, especially in the sulfate form, can reduce joint pain and slow the progression of cartilage loss, particularly in the knees. Though most studies focus on the knee joint, the same principles apply to the smaller joints in the ankles and feet, where cartilage breakdown can be just as debilitating, but often goes unnoticed. What's often overlooked about glucosamine is its stabilizing effect on joints. Unlike quick fixes that only mask pain, glucosamine provides structural support, gradually reinforcing the internal scaffolding of joints. Over time, users often report subtle but significant improvements: less cracking, easier bending, more fluid motion, and greater confidence during daily activities like climbing stairs or walking on uneven surfaces. Glucosamine works well in combination with chondroitin, another cartilage-supporting compound. Together, they've shown consistent, modest improvements in mobility and joint comfort. However, glucosamine can still offer benefits on its own, particularly when taken early before joint damage becomes advanced. It's a slow-burn solution, not a magic bullet. But for aging legs, slow and steady wins the race. The standard dosage for glucosamine sulfate is 1,500 milligrams per day, usually split into 2 or 3 smaller doses with meals. It may take 4 to 8 weeks before noticeable benefits appear, so consistency is key. While generally well tolerated, people with shellfish allergies should be cautious, as some glucosamine supplements are derived from shellfish exoskeletons. Thankfully, plant-based or synthetic alternatives are now available. Curcumin. Curcumin, long used in traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and Chinese herbalism, has gained widespread attention for its powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. And it's not just ancient wisdom. Modern science has validated curcumin's effects in hundreds of studies, particularly its role in managing chronic joint and muscle conditions. Curcumin has shown particular promise in managing osteoarthritis, tendinitis, and inflammatory pain, all of which commonly affect the legs and lower extremities in older adults. But how does it work? At the cellular level, curcumin interrupts the inflammatory cascade by blocking key enzymes like COX-2 and 5-LOX, and signaling molecules like TNF-alpha and interleukins, which fuel swelling and pain. Unlike conventional NSAIDs, which often come with gastrointestinal side effects or long-term risks, curcumin is gentler on the body, especially when taken in optimized forms. Clinical trials have even shown curcumin to be as effective as ibuprofen in reducing joint pain and stiffness in patients with arthritis, but with a significantly better safety profile for aging legs. This means reduced swelling in the knees, less tension in overused tendons, and more comfort while moving. It's particularly useful for conditions like plantar fasciitis, where inflammation in the thick band of tissue along the bottom of the foot causes heel pain with every step. Curcumin's ability to modulate pain and accelerate tissue recovery makes it one of the few natural compounds that can reduce symptoms and help address the underlying causes. Beyond joints and tendons, curcumin's antioxidant effects offer broader protection. Aging muscles and nerves are under constant stress from free radicals, unstable molecules that damage tissue over time. Curcumin helps neutralize these radicals, potentially preserving muscle integrity and supporting nerve health, which is crucial for preventing leg numbness or neuropathic pain, especially in people with diabetes or circulatory problems. One challenge with curcumin has always been its bioavailability. It doesn't absorb well into the bloodstream in its raw form. Thankfully, modern formulations have solved this problem. Enhanced versions such as curcumin with piperine, black pepper extract, phytosomal curcumin and nanocurcumin are now widely available and much more effective. With these advancements, the full therapeutic potential of curcumin is finally accessible. A typical dosage for joint and inflammatory support ranges from 500 to 1,000 milligrams of standardized curcumin extract per day, though individual needs may vary. Taken consistently, most people begin noticing improvements within 4 to 6 weeks. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a steady path toward comfort and freedom. Conclusion: throughout this journey, we've explored 6 powerful nutrients, each playing a unique science-backed role in supporting leg health. Protein forms the foundation for preserving and rebuilding muscle mass, helping to restore the strength that aging naturally tries to take away. Omega-3 fatty acids fight chronic inflammation that stiffens joints and slows circulation, allowing blood to flow freely and legs to move with less pain. Collagen peptides reinforce the tendons, ligaments, and cartilage that provide stability to the legs, improving mobility and joint comfort. Creatine reignites the muscle energy system, powering each step with renewed strength and endurance, especially important for preventing falls and maintaining independence. Glucosamine supports cartilage repair and protects joints, cushioning every movement and preserving flexibility as the years go by. Curcumin offers natural relief from long-standing inflammation and pain, providing a gentle but effective way to keep legs moving freely, even in the face of chronic conditions. Together, these nutrients work in synergy, each complementing the other to deliver lasting results. One supports muscle, another nourishes joint tissue, one reduces inflammation, and another promotes recovery. Of course, everyone is different. Before starting any new supplement regimen, it's wise to consult with your healthcare provider, especially if you have existing conditions or take prescription medications. Personalized guidance ensures these nutrients work for you safely and effectively. The path to healthier legs doesn't begin with surgery, injections, or waiting for things to worsen. It begins with nutrition. With thoughtful choices, one step at a time, you now have the knowledge, the science, and most importantly, the power to take action. So feed your legs what they truly need, and let them carry you forward stronger than ever. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It really helps us bring you more valuable content. Drop a comment below to share your thoughts, questions, or suggestions for future topics. We love hearing from you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest health tips and insights. Stay informed, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.